Howdy ho Stampers, Deb Valder here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to show you how to do a super simple Christmas card. If you haven't started your Christmas cards yet, you really should be thinking about it. It's the end of October, so you do want to start thinking about it so you can purchase your stamps and your ink and your paper and then start cutting and getting them started. This one is just a really fast one, so if you'd like to try this one, it is one that's very reproducible. I'm going to show you how to do a triple bow, but I'm going to show you how to do it with a very simple bow also. My triple bow is also on my little box, and I made the box from the little box maker. So it has a belly band and my little clasp that closes it. The box maker is absolutely adorable, and you can make all sizes of boxes, but this is about my card. But I just wanted to show you that you can also do your belly bands that make them look just like real little bows. So with this one right here, I started off with a piece of cardstock that was 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2 up on top. And then what I did was I took a piece of real red cardstock, and I cut that down to 4 by 4 by 5 1/4, and so that's that one right there. Now for a super simple card, we would just take and we would just adhere it with our fast fuse or our snail adhesive, and then if I was going to do a little popped up version, I could use my my pop dots, my dimensionals. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to add that to my card, and then I'm going to set the card base aside. Alright, the first thing we need to do is to take our Memento ink, and my stamp comes from a stamp set that's going to be gone by the end of October. So make sure you get a hold of me if you'd like to find out how to get this good greeting stamp set. It's an absolutely adorable set that takes care of all of the holidays and then some. And I'm just going to use the Peace and Joy from that stamp set. So this piece right here is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and I'm just going to stamp the little Peace and Joy up here at the top. Alright, then what I did was I took my Project Life marker, and I just wanted to make it look like the, I just wanted to make sure that, or make it look like the star was just kind of hanging. So I just made a little string, I guess. And I did it with my Project Life. I did it with the 05. They come in a set of 2 01s and 05s, and I just did it with the 05 because I felt that kind of complemented the size of the stamp set. So then what I did was I took my specialty paper, it looks like newsprint, and I cut out a bunch of stars. And whenever I do that, I always cut out a whole bunch of them just so that I have them. And I did it with my star framelits, and they come in a set of 5. I'm going to use number 3, 1, 2, and 3. And I'm just going to take and I cut these out with my Big Shot. Like I said, this one is the one that I used, and it is very easy to do that way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take dimensionals, and I'm going to put them on the back of this. But the first thing I need to do is I need to sponge around my star. So when I go to do that, I want to pick the side that has the most character to it. And with this paper, it's absolutely gorgeous. I just like taking and I think I'll use this side. I just like the most character. And then we're just going to take our sponge. And I take one of our sponges come in a set of 3. I take them and I cut them into quarters, and then I take the quarters and cut them into 8ths. And then I just put a piece of coordinating cardstock on the top. People often ask me if I wash mine or whatever. Nope, I just put them in one of our little clear cases, and I have a sponge for every color. And that works for me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over, and I'm just going to add some pop dots. And you want to take, because this paper is so thin, you want to make sure that you put one on each star that's sticking out, and that way there it'll hold up. And then the one that I put in the middle, I don't even bother taking off the little adhesive holder, because you don't really need it. The rest of them are going to hold it on there. That's just to hold the inside up. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find which way I like the best, and that would be right here, and I'm going to attach that to my card. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take dimensionals, and I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this so that pops off of my card. Alright, so here we go, and then I'm going to put one in the middle just to hold it, but I don't take off the the piece in the middle, I'm just going to take and I'm going to adhere that to my card base. And now we're almost done. And you see how fast this is? You can actually take and do several of these. And okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a pick or a fork or you know, whatever, to make your bow. I like to use a pick when I'm using this size ribbon. It just makes the bow a little bit bigger. And this is our new satin ribbon that's in the mini catalog. It's real red. It matches our paper right here. And so let me just show you how I did this. If you were making a bunch of them, I would say cut your ribbon to be about 14 to 16 inches, more on the 16-inch side, because you want to have enough to do the whole thing and not be struggling at the end. For this particular bow, I'm going to use my 6 as my mark. And what I like to do is I like to take either washi tape, in this case I used electrical tape and painter's tape, just to kind of set off what I'm going to be doing. Now I'm going to use 6 on this one, so I'm going to ignore these 2 black ones right here. I'm going to go over 6 tongs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm just going to lay this over so that I have about, maybe 2 inches over here on the end, and that's just to tie. The person that's going to be, or the little thing that's going to be doing all the work is this one right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm going to go over to 3, and that's where my tape is right here. You see I have tape here and I have tape here. I'm going to go just to the left of this tape and the left of that tape, and basically what I did was I did a figure 8. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to go back in and out. Now that's a double bow. We're going to do a triple bow. So we're going to go back in and we're going to go back out. And it's the exact same as if you were doing a regular bow now. We've got everything over here on the side. Let me just grab my scissors. And we're going to take and we're going to cut a little bit longer. Now you know when we do a regular fork bow, the top one is always a little bit longer than the bottom one. And this is the way it starts out just when you're doing a regular fork bow. This one has to go over the bottom, so this is the back one over the bottom one, top one over the bottom, and through the middle, okay, and this is our middle right here, and up through the top. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to, I like to throw it down toward the bottom, because see how these all kind of mush together? Because we're going to be tying this one so tight, you want to push it toward the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the bottom one, go over the top one, and we're going to push from side to side. And now what you want to do is you want to make it as tight as you can. You want to just pull, 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 because you want to make this piece right here as tight as you can. Now let me just show you what I have as a regular bow. So here's this bow right here. If I was to put this one, this is just a regular bow. I just tied a regular bow for this one. If I put this on there, that's very pretty and it's very nice. But if you take and you put your triple bow on there, or even a double bow, it just adds a little bit more to it. So let me just show you how to take this off and to fluff it. So we're just going to take and slide this off like that. We're going to pull these apart so that these will get nice and fluffed. So you want that middle one to stick out also. Alright, doesn't it look like a bow on the top of a package? And then we're just going to take and we're going to cut these off. And then I'm just going to take a mini glue dot and add it to my card. And then just continue to fluff. And then when you're done, you've got this adorable little card that takes absolutely no time at all to do, and it is just cute, 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 cute. Hop on over to my blog. I'll give you all the supplies and how I did this. If you have any questions, just let me know. Take care and have a great day.